If you haven't at least explored that getting strong is the answer to your pain, that working out, even though it seems like the riskiest thing you could do, is actually the thing that's going to solve your problem, then you haven't even begun to explore potential remedies. If you have lower back pain, it is for exactly 2 reasons.
I saw a video the other day about Tom Bilyeu. If you don't know Tom Bilyeu, he creates loads of content online and helps loads of people out, and definitely someone I would suggest to follow. But I wanted to address his reasons for back pain. Let's check it out.
I have a hypothesis. It's a hypothesis. I could be wrong, but man, in my own life, I am so arrogant about the following thought. If you have lower back pain, it is for exactly 2 reasons.
So first off, just to clear up, when he's talking about back pain, he's not talking about nerve root pain like sciatica or anything like that. He's just talking about the non-specific low back pain that the majority of people feel without any kind of referring to legs, just that isolated back pain. So let's look at the 2 reasons.
Reason number 1, your diet. It's an inflammation problem. Change your diet and suddenly back pain reduces so dramatically. This is from experience. Every time my back is hurt, one of 2 things or both have been true. My diet has been off point, so let's say it's the holiday season, I'm going a little bit crazy, all of a sudden I'll notice, whoa, I have pain in my lower back, but it feels like nerve pain. So I'm like, what is going on? So as somebody who has experienced lower back pain that doesn't feel diet related, it doesn't feel related to working out. In fact, it feels dangerous to bend over and pick things up. So I'm like, whoa, what's going on? Maybe I'm just getting older, whatever. And the punchline every single time to unwind that has been get my diet on point, low inflammation, meaning I'm eating whole foods, which we'll cover in the diet section.
So number 1, diet. This is an interesting one and not an obviously linked one, but there's definitely been a paradigm shift away from just looking at what we'd call like issues in the tissues and looking at a wider context of what else might be driving back pain. Diet isn't always one of the first things that's looked at within this model. However, it could be a case of certain digestive issues, which is referring into the back, which is causing the pain. And that's slightly different to the mechanical back pain that we're talking about. However, diet can also produce inflammation, which is what Tom's talking about, which may potentially contribute to a bit of the back pain. There has been studies showing that diet can reduce or increase CRP, which is known as C-reactive protein, which is a marker of inflammation in the body. And there have definitely been studies suggesting links between diet and back pain. However, they're not necessarily of the highest quality or include enough participants, so a lot of work still needs to be done there. Research around the gut microbiome is ongoing, and it may be responsible for many more things than we actually realise right now. Let's have a look at his other reason.
Number 2, you're just not deadlifting enough. You've got to get your legs, your glutes, and your lower back strong, and of course there's the echo, so then your abs better be strong. So you've got to get that whole chain of things strong. When I am religious about my diet and I am religious about deadlifting, my lower back pain is exactly 0. Now, you need to seek somebody that can actually walk you through how to do this safely, because deadlifts in particular can be a risky thing. But I promise you that if you haven't at least explored that getting strong is the answer to your pain, that working out, even though it seems like the riskiest thing you could do, is actually the thing that's going to solve your problem, then you haven't even begun to explore potential remedies. So many of the problems that people have are not from working out, they are from working out in a way that creates muscular imbalances, or where you're just not working out enough to get strong. Personally, I deadlift, brace yourselves, 5 days a week. It's going to be way controversial. So let me tell you how I do it and why I do it. So first of all, I'm deadlifting lightweight, high rep always. I used to focus on low rep, heavy, and it felt awesome. It was so cool. I don't do it anymore. I'm worried about just from a longevity standpoint. That just could be because I'm not doing it well. I'm super open to that reality. But now what I've realized works extraordinarily well for me is low weight, high rep, and I do a single set 3 days a week, and I do 2 days a week where I do multiple 3 to 4 sets. So that I have found works incredibly well. And when I reduce that to say 3 days a week, which I've tried, I just find every now and then I'll feel a little twinge in my lower back. something to explore.
Now, there is definitely something here. As the saying goes, motion is lotion, and you can't go wrong getting strong. So deadlifting is a great addition, not only to help with back pain, but also to help in preventing it. This is a typical exercise that would be given to help with rehabbing back pain. The main issue with deadlifts is most people see it as a strongman event and something that you have to go really heavy on. But this just isn't the case. Going a lot lighter for more reps, as Tom suggests, can do wonders. It will help with strengthening the muscles up still, and it will just get things moving. But as we said before, it isn't always to do with issues in the tissues. Another thing that this can help with is something called kinesiophobia, which is fear of movement. So actually the process of doing the deadlift and moving, lifting weight and lifting load can lead to increased confidence with that movement. And increased confidence with the back and movement can help in reducing pain. It's going to help build up the tolerance of lifting things off the floor, which is only going to be a good thing. And with this, it doesn't just have to be deadlifts, just that movement itself can help, even something like kettlebell swings or something like that. Whatever's preferred really can be used. And there's tons of variations of deadlift you can do. We've done a video on that previously if you want to check those out as well. For back pain generally though, it doesn't really seem to matter what exercise you do, it's actually just doing something and moving that seems to be the best thing for it. So really it's doing whatever your favourite thing is to do, doing it consistently, and just trying to minimise those static positions within the day, whether that's sitting or standing. So really there's some very good reasons from Tom for reasons for back pain. Obviously not the only ones there, but very good additions and things to think about. I would add a third big reason in, and that would be stress. Again, not necessarily an impact on the tissues, but can add to tension in the body, lead to poor sleep, and just increase general inflammation. This is where moving to looking at the psychological and social issues have a big place in the management of back pain. And it's where things like meditation, mindfulness, and psychological therapies have their place in helping to manage low back pain. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe so you don't miss a video, and we will catch you on the next one.